third boss, which the third boss actually is a little tricky. Not too difficult, but he actually can block my attacks, which is something that the other two obviously failed to do. Enter this house to grab a very, very useful item, the missiles. Extremely useful, the missiles. There's the fourth boss of the game. I will be using the missiles a lot, as well as the final boss of the game. I'm going to be using the missiles. So the missiles are very, very important to grab. And the good thing is they're on your way, as you just saw the giant, huge cricket thing on the left side. Sometimes you'll play this game, and you can play it 3 or 4 times, and you won't fight the same enemies, because like the way the screen scrolls and all, they're programmed to be there sometimes. But then sometimes you'll scroll right into that same area, walk out of it, come back in, and that monster won't be there. It's really weird how that works. Sometimes the enemy, so sometimes it'll be a slime on the ground, and then other times it'll be a cricket, or a frog, or whatever. And here we go, we're already to another boss. See how quick that was between them? Now here's the sword boss, which the way to hit him is when he fires the sword, when he charges up that sword, right directly in front, right directly in front of when he's charging the sword, you're gonna get hit by the sword or that front blast. But if you move slightly to the right, not too far to the right, if you move just slightly, you'll be able to dodge it, the middle one of the 3 blasts, and be able to get some hits in on his chest. As you can see, he has like a circle or an eye or something in the center of his chest, and that's your main target, which of course is only available when he throws the sword out. Once you get a good pattern going, usually what I like to do is move down an inch, move down a step, to the right a step, then up and shoot, and just follow that same pattern. Move down a step, right a step, and then fire. You get in the groove, and that's how you are able to. If you get hurt, if you get down to 1 hit left, use the potion. Because that's the reason why we grab the potions, obviously, is to make sure that we can actually recharge our health if we need to. This guy takes a good amount of hits to kill, but as long as he doesn't, he's not too difficult to fight, so it's kind of like, oh well, we'll deal with the length of time. It just adds on length to the game. It's just one of those things in boss battles. But he's not too difficult at all, which of course is good or bad, depending upon your opinion. And then he throws his arms up when he dies. I guess he just lost his sword and shield, but oh well, he's dead. He's done for. He's over with. And now it's time to move on. And once again, right inside of another sewer. Turn on the lights, of course, to make sure that we actually are able to see. And now we're going to be heading towards my least favorite enemy in the game, my least favorite boss of the game, because he's freaking annoying and blocks almost every one of your shots, no matter what. It's really hard to actually be able to do damage. Back in another sewer. As you can see though, even in the dark, I'm able to see quite well. I can see all the enemy shadows, so I know where all the enemies are. I can see the walls, so it's not like a complete pitch blackness that just completely stops me from being able to see anything. But I'll turn on the lights just so you can see all the pretty, beautiful green brick tiles that line the wonderful sewer of this town, and apparently there is no waste product anywhere, which is probably a good thing for not only me and you, but Fester as well. Then again, he's kind of strange and dirty, so he probably likes it. But outside, once again, head into this building. And here we go. It's time once again. This one's actually a little confusing of a map. A little hard to maneuver around it, but most of these are pretty easy as long as you, I just screwed up there. Here we go. Here's the right path. Oh god, here we go. Immediately, put missiles on and start using them. Because you have to be able to hit the head in order to be able to do damage. Avoiding his shot isn't too bad. I'll probably only get hit a few times through this battle, which, good thing obviously I have potions. But the missiles are extremely useful because they actually can hit him. That's why I said highly suggest using the missiles. There's probably another method in order to do this, which involves just dodging the shots and keep firing, and you may get 1 or 2 hits on them. But the missiles do a lot of damage quickly. And once you're out of missiles, then we'll go to the other strategy of getting hit, which seems like you would think all these missiles would be able to take him out easily because of so much damage, but they don't. It takes less missiles to kill the final boss of the game than it does to kill this boss, which I find a little interesting or a little weird in terms of the design of the game. So, like I said, you're getting a good pattern of being able to avoid a shot, so that's not the problem. It's just getting a hits on them that can be really, really annoying, and the reason why I don't like dealing with this boss in particular. But my missiles pretty much do all the work for me. I must thank Thing for being able to hand me all these wonderful missiles, because for whatever reason, he has missiles hanging around. Somehow he's able to carry missiles from building to building as well as potions, which is a little interesting. Or weird, however you look at it. There's a lot of weird things about the Addams family that I don't think we're supposed to understand. And overall, this is probably one of the better Addams family games, I think. I mean, there's another one on the NES that is pretty horrible in terms of control. This one I think is better in control. I'm actually able to control Fester and move him and be able to do what I need to do. In that game, just over jump stuff and just miss things. It's really difficult. But okay, now what we're going to try to do is move to the right and fire. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If this doesn't work quickly, I'm just going to say screw it, go up to him and start blasting him with as much firepower as I can muster up here. Oh, come on, hit him. God darn, come on. Okay, you know what? Come on. Seriously, I just got hit again. I shouldn't... You know what? Now I'm mad. Here you go. Just standing here. Hit. Come here. There we go. Come on. Come on. You want to die. There we go. I don't really suggest doing that unless you're completely out of missiles or just have grown frustrated with this damn boss. Which I do every single time, it seems like. But he's done, he's gone for, and now we only have one more boss before the final UFO spaceship. Which, the 5th boss of the game, is actually extremely easy to hit, and extremely easy in comparison to the boss we just dealt with. So, I always thought that 4th guy, should have been the last of the 5 bosses on Earth before you fight the one in the spaceship. But that's just my opinion. Moving through more sewers, seeing the same basic crap we've been seeing. Of course, there's ooze laying on the ground, which could be any kind of ooze. It could be the kind of ooze that turns you into a mutant ninja turtle, or it could be ooze that was once a matter of flubber. Could have been leftover ooze from Nickelodeon Slime. It could have been Toxic Crusader ooze. The Toxic Crusaders, they could have had some ooze. I don't know what kind of ooze it really is. I mean, the decision is up to you, folks. You decide what the ooze is. Oh good, I get to use Vice Grip. I actually got slowed down by those bees. There we go. And I used the Vice Grip. God knows how I used it. I don't want to know where Fester's sticking Vice Grips in order to be unstuck. And now Grandma Addams is apparently giving me nooses, which, of course, are used to summon Lurch in order to clear the entire screen of enemies in case you get stuck in a corner. But we shouldn't have to really use them. Like I said, it's with the best gun in the game. I shouldn't get stuck or anything by a lot of them because there's not going to be that many enemies on screen at one time. Unfortunately, though, the nooses are pretty worthless against bosses. Of course, they're not going to kill a boss in one hit. If they did, that would make it ungodly easy, and would make that item in particular the most ungodly powerful thing anyone has ever seen in their entire life. But overall, they're useful if you get stuck in a corner. If you're getting backed into a corner by like 1,000 of these giant killer frogs, it may be time to pull it out. Every time I see the frog, there's many things of this game that remind me of of Blaster Master. I already mentioned those slime things at the beginning, but also the frogs. The fact that